Solid homestand for the Angels so far tonight. They wrap up this three-game series and the homestand, and they're going for the series sweep against the visiting New York Yankees. As we welcome inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza, I'm Victor Rojas. And before we start talking about tonight's ball game, might as well talk about the elephant in the room. Multiple reports last night as well as today saying that Jerry Dipoto, the Angels general manager, has resigned. Now, the Angels have yet to confirm that. They also have confirmed the fact that John Carpino did have a meeting with the team today, and we're supposed to hear more about what is the plan for the Angels moving forward after the game. This is what manager Mike Scioscia had to say before the game today.
Well, we're going to have a meeting. John Carpino is going to come and fill us in on everything that's going on, and I'll probably have more information after the game.
One of the world's shortest sound bites. Mike had nothing to say at that point. He wanted to talk about baseball, and as far as baseball is concerned, Gooby, I know you've gone through a lot of these type of situations where the clubhouse is involved, coaches and the like. I can't imagine that it's affecting the players on the field.
No, Victor, not at all. And even talked to a couple players today. Their goal always was putting on that uniform and go out there performing for the organization and the fans and their teammates, and that's all they're thinking about right here today. Once
we hear, we will certainly pass along the information that we get directly from the ball club. Now, back to the homestand. Angels 6-2, looking for that series sweep. And while the numbers may not be pretty offensively, 6 wins in this homestand is pretty good.
The chance to have already won 3 series in a row, which is outstanding when you think about it. You mentioned that 6-2 mark. They have pitched extremely well. 3 or fewer earned runs allowed in 7 of the 8 games. They are under 3 as a staff. He mentioned a 3 straight series, an opportunity to sweep the Yankees. But the amazing thing about this, they've been actually outscored in this homestand. They've had some very good, tight ball games, which is important, especially later in the season when all those games become that much more magnified to win the close ones.
They could use a lot of runs today and not use the bullpen. That certainly would be nice, as we're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back to relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Cardinals wearing their alternate red tops as we wrap up this homestand. The Angels with the victory last night, now at 41-37, the same exact record as the New York Yankees. The Angels 4 back in the American League West. The Yankees a half game back, I should say, in the American League East. Let's take a look at Joe Girardi's starting lineup for New York tonight. Game number 79 for them. Brett Gardner leading things off at center. Chase Headley jumps up to the 2 spot. He's at third base. Alex Rodriguez at DH. Mark Teixeira at first. Brian McCann behind the plate. Garrett Jones gets to start in right field for the ailing Carlos Beltran. Chris Young in left. Didi Gregorius at shortstop. And Stephen Drew back at second base for the second consecutive game. Taking on Matt Shoemaker, making his 15th start of the season. 4-6 on the year with a 5.03 ERA.
I thought he threw the ball much better. His last game out had a couple extra days in between starts, work with Mike Butcher to be able to get his velocity back on his fastball. You look at the difference, percentage of fastballs that were over 90 and above. 35 of the 37 pitches thrown fastball wise over 90 miles an hour. It is 44% of those pitches in his previous 13 starts. Better mechanics, a little bit longer over the pitching rubber has resulted in better velocity, which makes his split finger fastball and slider curveball changeup combination that much better.
Check out the defense behind Shoemaker this afternoon and early evening. Matt Joyce at left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun at right. The infield has David Freese, Eric Ivar, Johnny Giavotella, and Efren Navarro getting to start at first base. Albert serving as DH, and Chris Sinetta doing the catches.
And for getting his 7th start at first base, he's committed no errors this year. 3-time Angel Minor League Defensive Player of the Year at first base. Important because Shoemaker got a lot more ground ball outs his last time out too. A lot of pitches down in the strike zone. Important for Shoe today here against the Yankees.
Brett Gardner ready to lead things off. Matt Shoemaker has not faced the Yankees this season. He has never faced the Yankees.
Advantage Shoemaker, at least early on, you would think.
Gardner hitting .305 with 9 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Had a 1-for-4 game yesterday. The Yankees were limited to just 2 hits. Both allowed by the starter, Andrew Heaney. Picked up his first major league win last night. First one today is outside. Fielding Colbert, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes. Jim Reynolds at first. Manny Gonzalez at second, and Paul Schreiber at third as Gardner fouls off this one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Andrew Heaney was excellent yesterday. He only allowed that 1 hit to Gardner, keeping him off the bases, which is important when you face this Yankee club. Gardner so important to their offense.
8-game hitting streak for Gardner. This was fouled off again. And it is 1-2. At times we've seen Shoemaker work at a quick pace, like pretty much as we saw last year. But at other times this year, maybe it's because the numbers have not gone his way and mistakes that he's made. He has really slowed things down. Coming off a loss against Seattle. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. And there's the first out of the ball game.
Yeah, 3 straight 90+ mile-an-hour fastballs followed up by that split finger fastball to get a swing and miss. Excellent sequence by Shoemaker and Iannetta. See how that bottom just drops out of that splitter. All set up by a good fastball. It's great when you watch that rotation of the seams. Not a whole lot. Almost similar to what you see sometimes with a knuckleball. Just straight down, not a lot of movement in the seams, but straight at the knees, and then bottom drops out.
Chase Headley takes upstairs. And just going back to that start against Seattle, I mentioned he took the loss, but I mean a hard luck losing. 2 runs allowed, 7 hits, 6 innings of work, struck out 2, walked 2. A bounce back start for him after getting knocked around by Oakland at the Coliseum.
And get back to that pace you talked about, Victor. A lot of times, especially out of the full windup, Matt's real quick. He slows it down a little bit when he's out of the stretch position, though. And they even having a conversation with him about that. He says, I got to get back to this, that mindset of I'm just going to be attack down in the strike zone, get ground ball outs instead of trying to outthink the hitter. Just go back with my stuff, and I think he's comfortable with his fastball velocity right now.
1-2 to Headley. Out it in.
That's a way to make them move their feet.
Yeah.
See, everyone always thinks up and in. And when you make a hitter move his feet, now he's out of his comfort zone. Now you're more apt to be able to get him to chase that split finger fastball down and away, or even try to paint the fastball away.
Two out to left. Slicing away from Joyce. He's there, makes the grab, 2 down. Halo's taking up 2 of 3 from the Houston Astros. 2 of 3 from the Seattle Mariners. The first 2 here against the Yankees. Had the off day on Thursday. Halos will have an off day tomorrow and another off day on Monday. And I remember when we first started this homestand talking about momentum after losing 2 of 3 to the Oakland Athletics at the Coliseum. To just try to pick up some momentum. You don't have to sweep. You don't have to win 8 in a row or 9 in a row. Try to build some momentum going into that All-Star break.
Still looking for that continuity in the offense, but the pitching staff is back, throwing the ball well. To that graphic, 7 of 8 games. ERA at 2.81. It allows Mike Scioscia to do some things now. Because of close, low-scoring games, allow him to hit and run, bunt.
No balls and 2 strikes. The Angels did add to the bullpen. Mike Moore is back off the rehab assignment. Cam Bedrosian sent back down. See how Scioscia uses Moore now, especially with the emergence of Trevor Gott for that 7th inning. 0-2 inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rodriguez, the DH, hitting .281, 15 home runs, 45 RBIs, and an 0-for-4 game yesterday. I think you can see a breaking ball here. Inside with a fastball, it's a base hit to center. Alex, this series has seemed to have been susceptible to a fastball in for show and then go away with the soft stuff.
Yeah, he did a good job of tucking his hands in to be able to hit that ball right back up the middle. 91-mile-an-hour fastball runs it in on a 2-seamer, but you see how he got his hands in close to his body to be able to hit that ball right back up the middle. And that was the concern from Alex Rodriguez coming into the season. Would he be able to catch up to a good fastball? We've seen, though, this year, not only in these games against the Angels, but in highlights, he's been very quick on fastballs, too.
So Teixeira bats with a man on at 2 outs. 3 infielders on the right side. First one in for a strike. Teixeira hitting .246. Hit his 19th home run last night in the 2nd inning. That was the other hit that New York had. Go with the Gardner single. 1 for 2 overall. Also drew a walk. All total, the Yankees had 6 base runners in the games. This one's out to left. Joyce is there. And the first is in the books. Last night, the Angels helped out with 3 double play balls. 1 to the bottom of the first. Giamatella, Calhoun, and Trout coming up for the Angels. We're scoreless. lineup for the Halos. Game number 79 for them as well, and a 4-game winning streak. Johnny Giavitello leading things off at second. Cole Calhoun at right. Mike Trout at center. Mentioned Pujols at DH tonight. Ibar homered last night, his second of the season. He is at short. David Freese at third. Matt Joyce at left. Chris Sinetta doing the catching. And then for Navarro batting ninth, playing first base. They take on the 25-year-old right-hander native of Alvin, Texas. His name is Nathan Eovaldi.
Eovaldi's got a power fastball. 93 to 99 slider curve, split finger fastball. ERA just under 5. With my go-tos be successful, be aggressive on that heater. Loves to throw his fastball early on and bunch hits together. He's given up 105 hits in just 82 and a third innings pitched. Surprising, especially with that type of fastball.
First one in there for a strike. That was right down the heart of the plate.
A relatively straight fastball. It's firm, but a straight fastball.
Johnny hitting .263, 3 home runs and 27 driven home. He punches this one on the right side, and that's a single to right. A little inside out approach, leadoff man on board for Calhoun. Yankees defensively have Young, Gardner, and Jones from left to right in the outfield. Headley, Gregorius, Drew, and Teixeira in the infield from third to first. McCann, who threw out Mike Trout last night, trying to steal behind the dish.
Steve Drew at second base, making his 50th start at second. Has committed 3 errors this season. Turned 25 double plays. Played shortstop entirely throughout his whole first 8 seasons in the major leagues. Now being asked to be a solid defender at second base. So far, so good for the Yankees for Drew.
Cole hitting .261, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs after 1 for 4 last night. Had a single in the first. Second time the Angels have faced Eovaldi. Picked up the win on June the 5th at Yankee Stadium, allowing a run on 4 hits. 5 1/3. Also walked 4. Struck out 4. 4 walks, a season high for him.
Left-handed batters hitting .367 against Eovaldi this season. Overall, .310 batting average against him. With that firm of a fastball, it's surprising.
We've gotten to the point where we've talked about opposing teams' pitchers and the numbers that they've put up offensively, and it's like it hasn't really worked out that well for the Angels. You just because you never know which team is going to show up on an offensive side for the Angels. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
The other day against CC, the right-handed batters had good numbers, although he has given up a lot of home runs against right-handed batters. Coming in that game, 16, he gave up 2 against right-handed batters. But other than that, CC was very solid as far as not giving up a ton of hits.
Leadoff single for Giavitello. He's over at first. Trout on deck. Check in on Johnny.
Very difficult to steal against Eovaldi. He's only allowed 1 stolen base in 2 attempts this entire season. When you think about how many hits he's given up, it's a lot of base runners. He has 3 pickoffs. He's quick to the plate and a quick pickoff move.
Three balls and a strike. You know, that start against the Angels at Yankee Stadium, I was trying to remember who Eovaldi kind of reminds me of. I'm not talking about stuff-wise. I'm just talking about appearance and the way he delivers. A little Carl Pavano.
Definitely. I agree with you on that one.
Former Marlin himself. 3-1 pitch on the corner. Full count.
3-1 fastball at 97.
Eovaldi being acquired in the offseason from the Marlins. Part of the deal that sent Dave Phelps and Martin Prado to the fish. Cole strikes out, swinging on the high fastball. 1 out.
My Hyundai key for the game today for the Angels to be successful. Little Scorpions. Over to Gary DeSarcia. Send me an Angel. He wants to be able to get that arm moving and sending some runners home. Yesterday with runners in scoring position, 0 for 11. He's loosening up. DSR is going to get ready just to send some people home today.
Is that one of those power ballads from the 80s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Scorpions.
You mind singing a few bars for me?
Yeah, probably not. No. I would if I didn't get hit in the head with a soccer ball a couple times last couple days. Otherwise, I would for you.
All for a good cause, my man.
Yes, indeed.
I know you long for that power ballad.
Oh, I do. I have a couple of those CDs with power ballads from the 80s and 90s.
Trout hitting .303, 20 home runs and 43 RBIs. 2 for 4 game last night with a couple of singles. He will look at a slider for a strike. Eovaldi pitched in that opening game of the series at Yankee Stadium against Jared Wheel. That was the game in which the Angels mounted that comeback in the 9th. They scored 6 runs and ended up losing 8-7. Trout in that game against Eovaldi went 0 for 3. As a matter of fact, he kept the middle part of the order. Cole had a couple of hits against it, but Trout and Pujols went hitless.
Generally pretty good overall numbers against Eovaldi for Trout. 4 for 8. Pujols 4 for 9.
Cutter, slider.
Yeah, he's got that good. He also throws that hard split finger fastball.
Late action on that last pitch.
Staying down in the strike zone or just below it against Trout, which is generally not a good idea if you're a pitcher, because Trout is very good on pitches downstairs.
Upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eovaldi's last start against Houston. Picked up the win. Gave up 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 innings of work. Struck out 6. Was on the 26th. Yankees splitting that 4-game set against the Astros. 2-2. In the dirt. McCann has it go off his body. Giamatelli easily advances to second. Wild pitch.
Straight down in the dirt. That's a split finger fastball. And did a nice job at keeping that in front. But Giamatelli read that one well, enough away from McCann to be able to advance into scoring position.
Halos needed the long ball last night to score their 2 runs. They went hitless with men in scoring position. 0 for 11. They're 0 for 14 in the series. Three-two. Got him swinging. 2 outs.
Good tight slider. A little bit off the plate. Close enough to the zone. You have to go after it, though.
Yeah. Angels now 0 for the last 19 with men in scoring position.
So he gets around on that slider. The late break to it. A true slider. What I mean by that, a lot of time a true slider is almost like a cut fastball. There's that sharp break at the end. We talk about Garrett Richards' slider, more of a 12-6 break at times on his slider.
Yeah, his has more of a, like what you would think would be a traditional curveball break to it.
Yeah, we always thought that terminology is slur between a combination of curveball and slider, but also Richards has a regular curveball also. That one's about 78, 79 range. Slider 87, 89.
If I would have told you on a 9-game homestand that the Angels would end up going 6 for 53. Let's say on an 8-game homestand, 6 for 53 with men in scoring position. No way you'd say they were 6-2 on the homestand.
You have to do everything well besides those scenarios. You have to pitch extremely well, and the defense. They've really won a number of these games, especially these 2 games against the Yankees with their gloves and the home run ball, but their gloves. From Trout to the infield defense, Calhoun. Everybody contributed some solid defense in this first 2 games.
2 balls and a strike. A sinking fastball. Albert the DH. 3rd time in the last 4 games. .265 batting average, 24 home runs and 49 runs batted in. 1 for 4 game yesterday with a home run. His 544th of his career. And that was leading off the 6th inning off of Von Nova. Ibar followed suit with a home run to straightaway center as well. Givitel at second. Ground ball towards short. Gregorius has it. Just leave a man in scoring position. One complete, we're scoreless.
Around the majors on the Cardinals Junior Sports Update. The Nationals look to pull away in the NL East. And a certain Blue Jay hitter is on fire today against the Boston Red Sox.
What Blue Jay hitter hasn't been on fire of late? Brian McCann takes down and in.
Yeah, they were digging the long ball today. Often.
Canada Day, man.
Yes. Big crowd there. I was watching the game.
McCann, Jones, and Young.
Rogers Center was packed.
Yeah, the roof was open. Brian McCann hitting .265 with 12 home runs and 49 runs batted in. 0 for 3 last night. Reaching for that off speed. 1-2. Shoemaker with a strikeout and a hit allowed in the first. Good off-speed pitch. Iannetta does not have to complete the strikeout as McCann heads back to the dugout. Gives up his right. 1 down.
Solid pitch once again, staying downstairs with his pitches. Important for Shoemaker. This ball starts at the knees, ends up in the dirt. Very solid with his mechanics with his split finger fastball. That's important to be able to stay back on the pitching rubber. It's created better velocity on his fastball, but also better downward action on his splitter.
There's Garrett Jones getting to start in right field tonight. .229 average, 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. He took over for Beltran last night in the 7th. Checked in the 5th, had one at bat in the 7th, and he lined out. Does not get cheated.
That's that high fastball that Shoemaker's trying to avoid. Anytime you want to throw that high fastball is when you're going off the plate and in.
Jones was part of the deal with Eovaldi coming over from the Marlins in the offseason. One-two pitch. This is Sky to left. 2 down. Fans groups of 20 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per ticket. Make your plans to bring out coworkers, teammates, and family. Visit angels.com/groups to book that outing today. Halos trying to make it 5 consecutive wins. It'll be the 3rd time they've got to that point, should they win today. They are 4 games over 500 for the first time since June 1st. That was in the middle of the last 5-game winning streak. Chris Young throws this one over to David Freese. Low throw dug out by Navarro. 1-2-3 inning for Matt Shoemaker. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd with Ibar, Freese, and Joyce coming up. We're scoreless.
Trucks Eric Ibar last night after Albert Pujols hit a home run to center field. Eric Ibar gets a fastball middle of the plate but down, using that back leg for leverage. You get that bat head out, barrel the bat, dead center field for Eric Ibar, using that lower part of his body for leverage to drive that out to center field for Eric.
Ibar, Freese, and Joyce here in the 2nd for the Angels against Eovaldi. Gave up a leadoff single on a wild pitch and then struck out Calhoun Trout. And Albert to ground out. Out towards center. Gardner is there. One away. Showing no signs of that tightness in his hamstring that pulled him out of the game early part of the weekend.
Even though that's an out for Eric, that ball was hit well. That's what you want to do, to stay middle of the field, hit that ball hard. He did. Gardner was in position to run that one down. Here's the guy right here the Angels really need to get going is David Freese.
Takes a fastball in there at 96. 234 average, 10 home runs and 34 runs batted in. Had a 1-for-4 game yesterday with a single and 3 punch outs. Break the ball a little bit high. One of the strikeouts on a 3-2 pitch, it was in off the plate. Still got rung up. And when things aren't going your way,
that's what
those
happens.
calls usually go against you.
No question.
1-1. 1-2.
The reason why I say for Freese to get going like he can, because he can carry that lower part of the order with some power numbers, doubles, home runs, RBI. Give that balance that Mike Scioscia wants in his lineup.
It's not necessarily the power numbers for David. You're not looking him to hit 25 or 30 home runs, but you want him to be kind of a gap to back gap doubles hitter.
He's always been very good as far as doubles. He's got 15 this year so far.
Pulls this one at the breaking ball there with 2 strikes. And they will throw him out. Crowd number 2. Here's Matt Joyce. Couple of hits last night. Raised his average to 190. 4 home runs and 18 runs batted in.
Two for 3 against Eovaldi for Matt Joyce.
First multi-hit game for Joyce since the 17th. That was against Arizona at Arizona. And just a second since the early part of June. Eovaldi with a little more fuzz on the fastball than Ivan Nova. Tardy on that one. It's fouled off to left. Still 0-2. So Eovaldi coming over from the Marlins, but originally was in the Dodgers system. 11th round pick in 2008 at a high school in Alvin, Texas. There's been one other major leaguer to come out of Alvin High School.
But Nolan?
That would be Nolan Ryan. So go get him, Nathan Eovaldi.
Yes.
No other major leaguer, just Nolan Ryan. No pressure.
Just that guy.
Head to the 3rd with no score.
Our facts, which are brought to you by Bean and Chris Coors Light. Last night's game for the Angels, first win with only 2 runs on back-to-back home runs, first time since 1993, and 7th time in the last 40 years with the win with going 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position or worse. White Socials Club found a way to be able to pull that one off. Well-pitched game, defended excellently too.
8, 9, and 1 for New York here in the third. Gregorius, Drew, and Gardner. That breaking ball missing upstairs. Gregorius hitting .235, has 4 home runs, 16 runs driven in. 0 for 3. This is line beyond the reach of Johnny Giavatelli to right. Leadoff single for Didi Gregorius.
Might see some action here for the Yankees. Gregorius runs pretty well, 3 stolen bases. Been caught twice.
Yankees overall don't run a whole lot. Gardner has 15 stolen bases. Ellsbury has 14. He's on the DL. And by the sounds of it, may be back with the Yankees by this weekend. Ellsbury, that is. Stephen Drew looks at the strike. Yankee second baseman hitting .181. 0 for 3 last night, 2 strikeouts and a double play ball.
And he's grounded into 6 double plays this year. The Angels turned 3 consecutive innings turned a double play.
One ball, one strike. Yankees with 37 stolen bases on the season as a team. They're 9th in the American League. The Angels 13th with just 24. Top of the order, Brett Gardner on deck.
Shoemaker's allowed 7 stolen bases in 10 attempts, has 2 pickoffs.
Push spot on the third base side, a beauty. Freese barehanded, fires to first, got him.
What a play.
Nice play by David Freese, considering he wasn't playing a traditional third base with the shift on.
Good hustle by Iannetta to get over to third base also, just to make sure that Gregorius didn't keep going around second base. But what a play. Look how far off the line he was playing. All in one motion. Perfect throw for Freese to get Drew at first base.
Call that a sacrifice. So no official at bat charge.
Well, I didn't think off the bat they'd have a chance of making that play, but nice play by Freese. Perfect throw, got underneath, be able to scoop that up on the grass, and a perfect firm throw to first base.
Gardner, a strikeout victim into first as a man in scoring position. The Yankees did not have an opportunity with a man in scoring position last night. They're 1 for 10 in the series. 0-1.
Good curveball, getting a lot of the strike zone.
Outfield shallow, especially Joyce and Trout at left and center respectively. Leaving up the count. Cole still a little bit deeper than normal and right. A little more comfortable for him playing
that spot. Chopper off the plate. The ball comes charging in, and wisely, 2 down. Gregorius ends up at third base.
The reason why that's important, if you turn around to flip it back to Giavotella, Gregorius may indeed try to go around third base and try to force Giavotella to make a good throw to the plate and get him there at that spot. By tagging Gardner going down the line, you can still keep an eye on Gregorius as he makes the turn around third base.
I mean, lay back too. You get the opportunity, perhaps, of Gardner legging out an infield single there with his speed. So bat at third, 2 down. Here's Headley. Hit a fly ball to left in the first. Takes inside.
3 infielders on the right side of the infield, but the outfield playing him to hit the ball the other way. The Trout shading Headley to left center field.
This one pulled down the line, hooks foul. In on the hands of Bell.
I wonder what he's going to throw here at this spot. I would think there's a chance he could throw that split finger fastball.
Reaching for this one, and that'll find a place in the outfield grass. It'll go for an infield or an outfield single. Scoring on it is Gregorius. Giavotella out in the shallow right, unable to come up with it. The shift on. Headley picks up his 29th RBI.
Yeah, it was down. It was a pretty good pitch. Split finger fastball. Running down and away. Just went down and got it off the end of the bat. Just hooked it in the right field for a base hit. Not quite the tumbling action on that swing and miss from Gardner, say in the first inning on the split finger, but still location was solid for Shoemaker. Just credit Headley for getting that bat on the baseball and putting it in play.
So the Yankees, like last night, strike first. Last night it was Teixeira's home run of the second. Today it's the single by Headley, scoring Gregorius. Led off the inning with a single himself. Rodriguez with a single up the middle. His first time up, 1 for 1. Two on the way. For the first low throw. Nicely stopped by Navarro. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 Yankees here in the third. Full count. Headley will get a head start from first base.
Or telling Matt Shoemaker he's going to play behind him.
There's the 3-2. Alex bounces it foul, reaching for it. Headley again takes off, 3-2, and Alex strikes out swinging. That'll do it for the Yankees here in the third, but they do strike first. So run on a couple of hits. We'll head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 New York. Giavotella coming up for the Angels. Angel fans, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag WestDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Chris Iannetta hitting 181 with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Back behind the plate. Behind the plate last night, went 0 for 2 with a walk.
Back-to-back off-speed pitches out of the strike zone. You got a good chance to get a fastball here now if you're Iannetta.
Two balls and 1 strike. Gardner shading Iannetta toward right center field as Eovaldi misses down and away. Eovaldi with a 1-2-3 second. He's retired 6 in a row since giving up the single to Giavotella to start the first. Out to center, and it's a single to lead off this third inning.
Good count to get a fastball. Got one at 97 and a half of the plate and up the middle for Iannetta.
With Albert serving as the DH today. Navarro gets a start at first. No C.J. Cron in the lineup. Effort's batting average at .268, 4 doubles, 5 runs batted in. Pulled foul. Pulls this one to second. Drew. Feed Gregorius for one. And the relay back is in time for double play. So 2 outs and the bases clear for Johnny Giavotella. One for one with a single to right, bottom of the first. Has been somewhat of a revolving door for Mike Scioscia in that leadoff spot. It took Calhoun out of that spot originally to bat him clean up. Cole batted 4th, 5th spot in the order a number of times. For eventually settling in at number 2 for the most part since Trout dropped down to 3. And Albert to 4. 1 ball with strike. Ibar was given the opportunity again to hit leadoff. That's a role that you would think primarily would fit him, but it's never really taken to Eric, or vice versa.
We always have that option at some point for Mike Scioscia. You can have Calhoun lead off and Eric Ibar hitting the number 2 spot, and followed by Trout and Pujols. Especially against a tough righty. Move that around a little bit.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Yankees with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Chase Headley's single to right. Scoring Gregorius from third with 2 outs. Calhoun on deck. 2 strikeouts, no walks for Eovaldi. Oh, misses low. Three-2 fouled off the end of the bat there.
Hitting the camera well.
Yeah. Third full count for Eovaldi. Breaking ball rolled to Headley. Handles it down here in the third. We'll head to the fourth with New York leading at 1-0. Attendance here. They lead this one 1-0 as we start the fourth.
Take a look at our Mercedes-Benz leaders. Most hits all for one team. Stan the Man. Over 3,600. Derek Jeter. 3,465. Yaz Halliburton Jr. and George Brett. 5 all with one team as far as hits.
Not going to see that too often anymore. Teixeira, McCann, and Jones here in the fourth.
Still pretty amazing. Derek Jeter got his 3,000 hit a home run. Alex Rodriguez his 3,000 hit a home run, both in Yankee Stadium.
Wade Boggs as well, right? Tampa did the same thing.
For Chris Heaney.
Three 0 count. Teixeira with a fly ball to left is 0 for 1. Good crowd today for a 4 o'clock start. Three 1.
Yeah, Yankees going home after this game here. They've been on a long road trip. Have the day off tomorrow. The Angels with a day off before taking on Texas on 4th of July weekend.
Texas currently leading Baltimore 2-1 in the 5th. And there's a leadoff walk to start the fourth. So back-to-back innings, a leadoff man has reached for New York. And Brian McCann now coming up. McCann struck out in his second inning at bat. Now Idad is going to go out and talk things over with Shoemaker. 50th pitch of the ball game. Brian McCann in his second season with New York at .232 last year. First year of a 5-year deal. It was a vesting option for a 6th season. Came up with Atlanta as a 2nd-round pick in 2002. Grew up in Georgia, Duluth. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. The command has gone away from Matt Shoemaker. In the ever right.
Well, originally Cole went back on that baseball, but had to come in high enough to be able to track that one down.
Didn't sound like he hit that flush either.
Fastball down, drifting towards the outer part of the plate.
So Teixeira remains at first with 1 out. Here's Garrett Jones. Pulls this one to first. Navarro has it. Fires, or was going to fire to Ibar, but only takes the out at second. And Ibar a little upset at the fact that Navarro didn't throw the baseball. He was there playing in the shift too.
It looked like he was prepared to throw that initially. At the very least, get the lead runner. It was hit hard right at him. And Ibar going to second base. Decides to step on the base to take the out. It looked like he had a chance to throw that ball to Ibar. Whether he got to handle the baseball right away. But Art's drifting over there. He's going to be in position to get the force out at second.
Better angle there, that camera shot showing that maybe Navarro think he didn't have much of an alley to throw the baseball to Ibar. That's where Teixeira was running in the base path.
That's what you're taught to do as a base runner anyhow, to make it more difficult to have that clear throw to second base.
So 2 outs and a man at second. Chris Young grounded out his first time up. That's a 1-ball, no strike count. Young at the start of the series, even batting .380. It's left-handed pitching. .388 to be exact. Leading the majors in that category when this series started. It's righties 187. But because it's been so hot, Joe Girardi running him out in the lineup once again. Two balls, 1 strike. And Young, of course, playing too. With Jones getting to start at right, a ribcage injury forcing Beltran out of the game last night. Two-1. Breaking ball down the line, foul. Just out in front. Evens a count.
And that sounded odd off the bat also, because he was out in front. Big pitch here for Shoemaker.
Two-two. Lifted the third base side, headed to the seats. Oh, we'll reset and do it again. New York scoring in the third. Leadoff single by Gregorius, sacrificed over to second. Moved to third on a ground out and then scored. A single by Headley. Ground ball. David Freese has it. Inning over. Right at the bottom of the fourth inning. Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming up with the Angels down 1-0. EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. This car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT&T Uverse, more live channels on the go than cable. And by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com. To bottom of the fourth, 1-0 New York. Halos have 2, 3, and 4. Due up here against Nathan Eovaldi, Calhoun, Trout, and Albert Pujols. Eovaldi with 2 strikeouts and 2 singles allowed. Off speed first pitch to Cole, misses outside. Calhoun a strikeout victim in the first. 0 for 1.
Much better second time facing a pitcher. .338 batting average compared to that first time seeing him. Punched out his first at bat. So far a curveball and then a backdoor slider. Pretty good swing at that 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's amazing when you look at the numbers for Eovaldi. with the velocity that he possesses, the high at 98 today, that he has given up as many hits as he has this year and hasn't struck out but 60. Well, 62 now with the 2 today. You would think with his stuff he would be at least a strikeout an inning.
Yeah, you would think so. I think what it comes down to is a relatively straight fastball, like we mentioned earlier.
Fouled off.
But even that being said, because if he could throw his breaking pitches for strikes, that you know that fastball is going to get by you, especially when he's throwing a curveball today at 75 miles an hour. So a pretty good differential. That's 23 miles an hour difference between his curveball and fastball.
Even in this at bat started off speed away, breaking ball. So now your eyes and your body have kind of adjusted that. So then all of a sudden, zap, there's 97 on the hands.
And then Cole was right on that 98 mile an hour fastball, fouled straight back.
This one's out toward left. Tailing back a little bit toward Chris Young. 1 out. Eovaldi came into today's action having allowed 105 hits, 82 in the 3rd innings.
Added 22 walks and a couple hit batters, a lot of base runners. Yet he's 7-2.
Yeah, coming off back-to-back wins against the Tigers and the Astros.
Ton of run support,
especially the Astros. Pretty good fastball hitting team. Trout struck out in the first, 0 for 1. Can wanted that one. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Slow curveball. That run support just under 7.5 runs per game for Eovaldi. So the offense has really picked them up.
Back up the middle, knocked down by Eovaldi. 2 outs.
Let's take a look at our AT&T Universe rewind in last night's game for Albert Pujols. Angels at this point down 1-0, but no longer down in this game as Albert Pujols hits this one to dead center field. His 24th home run of the season, tying the game up. 49th RBI for Albert.
Albert grounded out to short there in the first.
Throwing that breaking ball first pitch a lot in the last couple of innings. It's hanging out over the plate. It's going to be hit hard sooner or later. Adjusting on that pitch.
Two and out. 3 infielders on the left for New York against Albert. Three and out.
2-0 slider. No doubt Albert's going to have green light here. Will he throw him another slider, or will he challenge him with a fastball?
Well, with a breaking ball. Because the mindset being that if I give up a walk, take my chances with the Angel shortstop on deck.
Most times, whenever you throw 3, you're more likely to throw a 3-1.
And that one misses, and that's the first walk issued by Eovaldi. A 2-out walk puts a man on for the Angels. Now Ibar will come to the plate. Albert headed to first. Ibar with a fly ball to center, 0 for 1.
Another breaking ball first pitch. First inning or so, a lot of first pitch fastballs. Since that point, a lot of off speed first pitch.
Another breaking ball. You ever get into one of those games where sinker just wasn't working for you, just ended up going to the breaking ball, and you had a good feel for it?
Yeah, because I could change speeds on my slider. I would do that often. Or I could just take a little bit off the fastball. Then, you know, instead of, I know I wouldn't have necessarily the sink I needed to get ground ball outs. I take a little bit off the fastball, and we talk about that BP type fastball, get the guys out in front, the hitters. Then it makes your slider that much better when you don't have one of your best pitches working that day.
Did you do that with the grip?
Yes, it is a little looser grip on the baseball. Sometimes even when you push off the pitching rubber, just let that back foot drag a little bit longer, will take something off the velocity of the fastball. Same thing with your changeup.
1-2, bouncer toward the middle, Drew to the backhand, flipped to the Gregorius, and they force out Pujols to end the fourth. We'll head to the fifth inning. New York still leading at 1-0.
With some more crazy fans, and this Sunday is the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup Finals. After a big win by Team USA, they'll be taking on the winner of the Japan-England game, which is currently tied at 1 in the second half. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. on Big Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Again, that is this Sunday, so everyone at home, get those watch parties ready. Victor and Goopy.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Looking forward to it. Should be a great final on Sunday. Didi Gregorius looks at the strike. He'll be followed by Stephen Drew and then Brett Gardner for the Yankees here in the fifth. 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 left on for the Pinstripers of New York. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on for the Angels. So down the line, tough play, and nobody's going to get there. 0-2.
Around those sweet seats where he did a game a couple years ago.
Looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully we do it again. Missed inside. Gregorius singled to lead off the third and scored the only run in this game. Pulls this one to Navarro. Fred will take it himself. One away. As the Halos take on the Red Sox on July 18th. That's a 6:05 start. That is right after the All-Star break. Fans in attendance will receive a Nitto Eco bag courtesy of Nitto Tire while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or on angels.com.
Nice.
Yeah. That is the Saturday night game. This next road trip will take the Angels to the All-Star break. 3 in Texas, 2 in Denver, and 4 in Seattle. This one's out to the alley in right center field. Cole racing over, dives, and he got it! Man, Cole Calhoun's fun to watch in the outfield. 2 outs.
Talk about winning games with the glove. Once again, the Halos showing the leather. Didn't think he had a shot at all. We're so used to seeing him coming in that diving play face first, but a full extension on the dive. Cole Calhoun leaping play. What a play. The eyes, steady eyes on the baseball, the perfect dive, and an outstanding play by Cole Calhoun.
It's like a head first dive into a swimming pool, Gooby.
That would be the swimming pool I would dive into right there, the grass in the outfield. Saying, you kidding me? Again, they're making those plays in the outfield? Matt Shoemaker saying yes.
He doesn't get there. All of a sudden, it's a double, and you got the top of the order up, and Gardner's been red hot. 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out. He will look at the strike.
Boy, some highlight plays this entire homestand by the defense.
Tapper foul at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
Have Shoemaker be able to finish off this inning if he can quickly and get that momentum from a play like that on the defensive side.
Carry that over to the offensive side.
Trying to elevate that fastball. Back up the middle. That's a 2-out single for Gardner. Now with a 9-game hitting streak.
Split finger fastball away, but it was elevated enough for him to hit the ball right back up the middle. Got to believe Gardner's going to be going early in this count. Mentioned earlier, Shoemaker with 2 pickoffs this year.
Chase Headley 1 for 2 with an RBI single. 29th RBI. Gardner with 15 stolen bases. So you have to pay attention to him, especially in a close ball game.
This is a time when you might see Shoemaker have a quick pitch now after holding the baseball, stepping off. Throw up the timing of Headley and Gardner.
Pulled into right field and past the shift. Gardner will turn it head to third. And the Yankees have runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Alex Rodriguez coming up.
A play by Cole on Drew. Huge right now. Opportunity still to get through this inning with no damage done. The fastball was right down the heart of the plate. Headley hit that one hard and got it by Giavotella.
Rodriguez, a single in the first inning, struck out in the third. First one on the way. Foul back. 0-1 count. Oh, what? Upstairs. Evens up the count. Two-out single by Gardner, followed by a single off the bat of Headley. This one's out toward left. Playable for Joyce. That'll do it. Cole Calhoun helping out here with fine defense in right field.
What a huge play by Cole. He's done it a couple times in his homestand. Hopefully now the offense will pick up. Matt Shoemaker.
Calhoun, just one of many defensive gems we've seen on this homestand for the Angels. As David Freese leads things off here, the 5th. Freese, Joyce, and Iannetta here in the 5th inning, down 1-0.
And another breaking ball first pitch. That's the thing that's surprising when you're throwing 97, 98. You're throwing first pitch break a ball almost every time.
Bouncer foul. Freese 0 for 1 with a ground ball to third.
Started off the game throwing first pitch strike initially for Eovaldi. Faced 9 batters, 7 first pitch strikes, but since that point has not thrown a single first pitch strike, and all have been breaking balls.
Two balls and a strike. That can't be effective though, right? Because at the very least, even if you don't get it over breaking ball for a strike, it gives the hitters something else to look at, because you've got to guard against 97.
Yeah, exactly. But and as a hitter, you're looking at this point, you're looking first pitch fastball. You're going to let it go if you get the fastball first pitch. But it's effective enough for him. You're seeing some swings where guys around in front, they're not quite sure what to look for against him.
Bouncer to the right side. That will sneak through. That ball was in on the knuckles. And Freese with a leadoff single to start the 5th.
That's a backup slider inside. Actually, it's a split finger fastball. And just looking to go the other way. It was the inner half of the plate, though. It's pretty firm split finger fastball. He's 88 to 90 with that pitch.
Joyce a ground out in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1.
Another all-speed pitch, this time for a strike, a slider. Boy, Gardner playing extremely deep in center field against Matt Joyce. Not a room in front of him. Base hit should allow David Freese to go first to third if he gets a hit out that way.
Joyce bounces this one foul in front of Alfredo. No balls, 2 strikes. This was out towards shallow right field. That will fall in for a base hit. So the Angels, with a couple of seeing eye knocks here to start the 5th, have a couple of men on with Chris Iannetta coming up.
And that's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. Trying to power that fastball by Joyce. You see how he tried to tuck his hands in. And in there enough just to get a decent enough part of the battle, and to be able to fight that off into the outfield for a base hit. You wonder if Mike Scioscia is going to ask Chris Iannetta. We talked about that earlier, to square around the bunt. Both infielders, corner infielders, are in anticipating a bunt.
Has a jet. 9th place hitter, effort Navarro on deck.
with a single up the middle in the third is 1 for 1. One ball, one strike. Freeze at second, Joyce at first. On the inside corner. Good location with that fastball. 1-2. A 1-0 Yankee lead here in the fifth. Ineta pulls this one to third. Headley fires the second for one. The relay back to first in time. The double play. The Angels do not ask Ineta to bunt yet again. And now there are 2 outs with a man at third. Second double play turned by New York.
Same thing the Angels did last night with 3 double plays.
So it's up to Effer to tie this one up. 2 outs. Freeze standing at third base. Effer grounded into the 4-6-3 double play in the third. Breaking ball. He drops in there. 1-1.
He's certainly very comfortable throwing his breaking ball early in counts. First pitch and then followed up. Even if he's behind the count 1-0, he'll come right back with another off-speed pitch.
Missed upstairs to that fastball. It's 2-1. Look back to the breaking ball.
That one at 76 miles an hour.
Two. Protecting there. Oh, that got up into the seats quickly.
There's little sweets up there.
.77 pitches for Evaldi. Just upstairs.
Really slowed down his delivery on that curveball. The pitch before was clocked at 100 miles an hour to fastball. The way he throws the all-speed pitch, you can almost anticipate another all-speed pitch here.
Yeah. Must be something in the water now in Texas. 100 miles per hour.
Free and easy 100 miles an hour.
Here's the payoff pitch. Navarro grounds this one to second. And the Angels will waste an opportunity. Halo's now 0 for the last 22 with men in scoring position. We'll head to the 6th inning, 1-0 New York.
Yankees. The only run of the game, Chase Headley in the right field. Scoring Gregorius, who led off the inning with a single. Ethan Eovaldi had it working here today. Good fastball, very good slider, curveball, split, but it could have been a lot worse for the Halos. But what an unbelievable play by Cole. And Shoemaker pointing out there saying outstanding defensive play.
Teixeira, McCann, and Jones here in the 6th inning. Good off-speed pitch for strike one. As the sun has finally made an appearance here. Overcast skies throughout the afternoon. The shadows really haven't come into play at all.
You know, a lot of times as a pitcher, you love these starts for a game. It hasn't been an issue here.
Teixeira with a fly ball to left and a walk. 0 for 1. '76th pitch thrown by Matt. 50 have been strikes.
Very good ratio for Shoemaker today. That's a pretty good pitch.
Three-two down, and he gets him to roll over this one. Ibar cuts it off. 1 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Leadoff man retired, and that'll bring up Brian McCann. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to right. Nine hits combined this afternoon. 5 for New York, 4 for the Angels. One to one. Toronto beat Boston 11-2 today. Oakland over Colorado 4-1.
Seattle with what, back-to-back shutouts?
Yeah.
Beating San Diego 7-0.
Can lifts this one out toward the shallow center, and that's where Eric Ibar's at. 2 down. Hey, Sunday on Fox, don't miss the Women's World Cup final. The United States against Japan. They just defeated England in the other semifinal. Live from Vancouver, Canada. Coverage begins at 2 Pacific, only on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. So
the rematch.
Yeah, U.S. against Japan.
Should be a great one.
Oh, 1 count on Jones. 0 for 2. A fly ball to left and the ground ball to first. Good pitch there. That's a foul back. That went into the Yankees radio booth. John Sterling, Susan Waldman calling the action for the Yankees. That ball got back there in a hurry. 0-2 now. And that is lifted high and deep to right field. Nothing Calhoun could do here. It's 2-0 New York. On an 0-2 pitch.
0-2 pitch. Tried to go inside. th home run that Shoemaker has allowed this season. Ninth person left-handed batter. Tried to run that two-seam fastball in, but he was ready to get his hands inside. Get the barrel of bat out. Jones with his 5th home run. One of those dangers when you're ahead of the count 0-2, hitters in protect mode. You go inside, you miss just a little bit out of over the plate, and that's the result you're going to get.
Two 0 New York. Jones with his 5th of the year, 14th RBI. Two-0 pitch. Thought on it missed. Chris Young maybe helping out Shoemaker there. Young's grounded out twice to Freeze. Cesar Ramos getting ready now. Three-one down. Good off speed, full count in the last inning. Shoemaker allowed back-to-back 2-out hits. With runners at first and third before getting Alex Rodriguez to fly out the left to end the inning. He got the first 2 outs and then got ahead 0-2. So Jones hit the home run. 3-2, and that's down the line. That's a fair ball. Jammed him. Young's going to try to go to second. The throw from Joyce is not in time. Chris Young picks up his 11th double. But back-to-back 2-out hits now for the 2nd straight inning.
The split has stayed in the inner half of the plate. And you see him trying to get his hands inside, close to the body, to be able to get the barrel of the bat out and hook right down the left field line.
That split that was so devastating last year. Pretty much a mid-thigh start to pretty much every pitch he delivered last year, it seemed like anyway. Diving down out of the strike zone this year, not been the case.
Yeah, it's been inconsistent for him. Part of the reason is some elevated pitches that force that elbow to drop, and then indeed when you try to throw the split finger fastball, your elbow drops again.
And when the offense is struggling as it is, every little thing gets magnified. Not a bad performance at all by Matt Shoemaker. But he'll depart with a man on and 2 outs. Cesar Ramos coming on a relief with the Yankees leading at 2-0. 1 home run, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's given up 2 runs. He's responsible for Chris Young standing at second base. As they're in and out, who's in, who's out. Next is Cesar Ramos taking over on the mound. Pitch Friday through 1 pitch. So he's well rested. Ramos 2-0 record at 2.01 ERA, 31st game this year. 22 and a third innings, 22 hits allowed. And he just could use Ramos here for a couple of innings to soak up some frames, because the back end of the bullpen got Smith and Street, or all 3 I should say, have worked quite a few innings, thrown quite a few pitches lately.
And in tight games too, so they're worn out at this point. Ramos done a nice job as far as stranding inherited runners. Inherited 31 runners so far, 26 he is stranded.
Oh, 1 count on Didi Gregorius. 1 for 2 tonight. A single with a run scored and a ground out. Important for Ramos to keep it right there. He 2-0 deficit. Angels at the top of the order coming up in the 6th. Chopper toward the middle. You can tell a little bit of a clutch there, but still throws out Gregorius for the 3rd out. Yankees tack on a run on the home run by Jones. They lead it 2-0. New York leads it. Bottom of the 6th inning, top of the order coming up at Giavotella, Calhoun, and Trout to face Nathan Eovaldi. It's 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he has allowed just 4 hits today. The Angels have had some opportunities, just have not been able to do anything with it. As we mentioned, going to break in the or after the bottom of the 5th was over. Halos going back to the Seattle series. So for the last 22 with men in scoring position.
Yeah, it's still in position to potentially win this game. Some solid defense and good pitching once again.
This one out towards center field. It's a leadoff single. Second time today that Giavotella started off an inning with a single. The other was the first. Cole for 2, a strikeout, a fly ball to left. On the corner for a strike.
My Hyundai key for this game. For Gary DiZarcini with some action over there. Send me an angel so you can send them home. Haven't had that opportunity yet. Evaldi's been solid. The leadoff single in the middle part of the order coming up here for the Halos. See if we get some action for Gary DiZarcini at third base. Pretty nasty split finger fastball.
Lefty Shreve is getting ready now. Oh, 2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trout on deck, Pujols to follow. Giavitello over at first. Cole strikes out, swinging. 1 down, also lost the handle of the bat.
Twice today, high fastballs. Well, he's gotten the chase. Running action on that one. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Trout at 0 for 2 game with a strikeout. The bouncer back to the mound. Again, another slow breaking ball to start things off. New York with a run in the 3rd. Added their 2nd run in the 6th on the Garrett Jones home run. What a one. Hey, you know what? Credit Nathan Evaldi. He's while it may be unorthodox for him being a good fastball guy, but giving up a lot of hits, he is stuck to the plan. Yep. I'm going to throw a breaking ball, whether first pitch or 1-0, it doesn't matter. Until they start making an adjustment, why change anything?
He's had a real good split finger fastball, something he worked on a lot in spring training to get a better feel for. 87 pitches thrown, 56 strikes. And those Trout's hoping for is one of those split finger fastballs that are elevated enough where you can make good contact with it.
The 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did not go. 2-2. Jim Reynolds over at first. Gardner very deep and toward the alley in right center field with Trout up.
The difference in the speeds in all these 4 pitches so far. It's very difficult for a hitter to time a pitch against him. Varying the speeds on all his pitches. Not just rearing back and letting that fastball go.
Time is called. Next pitch will be the 89th for Evaldi. Two down the dirt. Giavitello does not advance. So full count. Girardi looking on. Shreve's ready to go.
One thing we've seen from Evaldi, he doesn't necessarily throw, even though he throws upper 90s, 3-2. He's thrown a breaking ball pretty much every time he's gotten those counts.
Yeah.
5 times he's been in a full count.
And by the way, don't be surprised if Girardi goes to the bullpen with Pujols up. Shreve is, no, his left hand is limited right-handed batters to 134 batting average.
Girardi's all about looking at those numbers.
Here's a 3-2. Trout takes outside, ball 4. So 2 on and 1 out.
He did throw him a 3-2 slider again. Similar pattern we've seen in those full counts. That was a real close pitch also.
He's going to stick with Eovaldi here with Albert at the plate. 1 out. Giavattel at second now. Trout at first.
And he's going back to look at those printouts. Girardi was. Going to the phone, see if he's ready.
I'm not sure he's ready to pull the trigger one way or the other.
He's deciding.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Bottom line is to get second guess for bringing a left-handed batter in against one of the all-time great hitters, right-handed batter. Very easy to be second guessed there.
Albert with a ground out and a walk. 2-0 New York. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, 2 on.
Again, another breaking ball, first pitch.
One-0 outside. Another breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a 4-pitch walk he had last time, 2 pulls. A lot of pitches away, a lot of breaking pitches away.
Two-0, and he delivers a fastball down. Pretty close to being a strike. 3 balls and no strikes with Ibar on deck. At that point, you wonder if Shreve comes in to turn Ibar around. Hit for the right side.
No question. That's why Albert has got to be looking something out over the plate. 3-0, green light, trying to do some damage, hoping for a mistake.
3-0. Inside, he walked him. So back-to-back walks, and they're loaded up here in the 6th inning. That's going to be it for Nathan Eovaldi. Leadoff single, a strikeout, and then 2 base on balls will chase the righty for New York. Pitching change. Halos have them loaded. Down 2-0. The third limited the Angels to 5 hits, but the walks kind of got him here this inning. He gets taken out of the ballgame after back-to-back walks to Trout, and Pujols loads the bases here with 1 out. And it's Chasen Shreve, the left-hander from Las Vegas, Nevada, 24-year-old, on in relief. 28th game, 5-0 record at a 1.72 ERA, and I mentioned the good numbers against right-handed batters, a 134 batting average against.
Yeah, 160 overall. Fastball is 88 to 93. Slider, very, very good. Split finger fastball. And he throws that quite a bit. The Fangraphs, 28% of his pitches are split finger fastballs. So if you're Eric Ibar, if he's going to throw that first pitch split, you got to make sure you elevate that, split it up in his zone, and drive it.
Originally an 11th round pick by the Atlanta Braves in 2010 out of the College of Southern Nevada. Traded this offseason with David Carpenter in exchange for Manny Banuelos. Eric Ibar spins around, hits from the right side. 0 for 2 today. Fly ball to center, and a fielder's choice. Giavatella at third, Trout at second, Pujols at first. 2-0 New York. Here's the first one. Eric takes low, blocked by McCann, and it's 1-0.
It's a split right away in the dirt. Good take by Eric. Again, your mindset as a hitter, you're looking, anything starting at the knees, it's going to be out of the strike zone. You got to bring that up around thigh high and then do some damage.
Eric hitting .303 from this side of the plate. 2 for 6 with the bases loaded this season. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted in the air. Infield fly rule is going to get called here. There it is, 2 outs. So it'll be up to David Freese.
We talked about David Freese being so important coming into this game today. An opportunity to drive in a couple runs and tie it up at the very least.
First one on the way. Down low. One for 2 today. Had a single in the 5th. Stranded at third base. He's just 2 runs batted in the last 17 games. Changed this game around with 1 swing of the bat. Good speed at third and second. 1-0. This is pulled to third. Henley's got it. Wow. Across the diamond. Low throw dug out by Teixeira. The Gold Glover saves the Yankees and Chase Headley. Golden opportunity yet again goes by the wayside. Halo still trailing. Cincinnati for the Midsummer Classic with home field advantage for the World Series on the line. Our coverage of the 2015 MLB All-Star Game begins July 14th at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
That's going to be a fun one there. We mentioned that before about that ballpark. Baseball should be carrying extremely well there.
Cesar Ramos, who came into the game in the 6th inning and got the last out, stays in to face Drew, Gardner, and Headley. First one, a called strike. Are the Angels' bases loaded and 1 out? A pop up in the infield and a ground out to third. One outside. Drew a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning, and then I think he and everyone else thought he had himself a double to the alley in right center field in the 5th inning. That was when Cole came out of nowhere making the diving catch. So Drew 0 for 1. 2-1 pitch out to right. This one will chase Calhoun back, and he'll pull up, and it's off the wall. Throw to second, not in time, and Drew making sure he takes Cole Calhoun out of the equation this time. Picks up the double.
His 11th double of the season, go along with 11 home runs. All-speed pitch, inner half of the plate, mistake. And Drew drives that one off the wall in right center field. Played well by Calhoun on the bare hand, strong throw in, but Drew beats it out for a leadoff double.
Corner infielders playing in with Gardner up, anticipating a bunt. He has 4 sacrifices this year. It's 1 for 3 today. 9-game hitting streak now. And they'll take low. Five for 12 in the series. Double by Drew. The 8th hit for New York. Nando Salas getting ready now. That's a strike. Gardner obviously trusting his hands and his eyes. Late to square and late to pull the bat back. It's the last second to do that. Bunt right side. That's going to be trouble. No, Ramos picks it up, feeds Giavotella. Boy, if Caesar does not come up with that ball, that's an infield base hit. Drew advances to 3rd on the sacrifice.
Well played by Cesar Ramos. Got off the mound quickly. Fields that, and a quick flip over to Giavotella.
Headley coming to the plate, the switch hitter. Mike Scioscia feels a little more comfortable, it appears, to have the right-hander Fernando Salas to face the left-hand hitting Headley. That's exactly what he's going to do. A pitching change here in the 7th. New York with a man in 3rd, leading it 2-0. remind you that it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag WestDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Fernando Salas takes over on the mound now. He'll do so with a man at third base and one out.
I think Mike Scioscia did this because the fact is Fernando, with 32 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, he's looking and hoping for a swing and miss strikeout here by Fernando Salas. His 36th game, 4.50 ERA to 7 walks in 32 innings.
Halos will play the infield and 3 infielders on the right side. Headley 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Been a better hitter from the left side this year than the right. 264 compared to 208. Steven Drew led off this inning with a double. He's at third. Headley fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees are 1 for 5 with men in scoring position today. 1-2 now.
Now looking for that punch out.
It's a ground ball to Giavatello. Drew remains at third. 2 outs.
Big out for Fernando. Now it's still work to do with Alex Rodriguez coming to the plate.
Rodriguez 1 for 3, singled back in the first inning. Matt Shoemaker got the start today, went 5 2/3, 7 hits, including a home run. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. 2 runs the Yankees put on the board so far. 1-0 count after that slider.
Changeup, 1-0 changeup. Fernando has a very good plus changeup.
One. Now with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Well, that changeup so important. That fastball at 93 looked even firmer because of the changeup the pitch before.
So to go back upstairs to that fastball.
That's the one. That's a dangerous pitch up and away for me against Alex Rodriguez. He's got good power going the other way. I think a fastball down and away, very good.
Two and 2 now. Speed pitch, and the Yankees will leave a man at third base. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The Angels down 2-0.
Here, play of the game brought to you by Arco. What a play by Cole Calhoun. Stephen Drew thinking he has a double for sure. The full extension on the dive by Cole Calhoun, who's made a number of great plays in the outfield in this homestand.
Halos down 2-0 here at the bottom of the 7th. We'll have Joyce, Sidnett, and Navarro. Actually, Dan Robertson's going to pinch in here for Matt Joyce to lead off the 7th. So Joyce's afternoon comes to an end at 1 for 2. Robertson will stay in the game and play left field. One ball, no strikes. Robertson fouls it back. One ball, one strike.
A pretty good swing at that fastball, fouled it straight back.
14th game with the Angels. 6 for 24. That's 250 average. No extra base hits. Has a couple of runs batted in. 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter with an RBI. One ball, two strikes. One, two. It's down and in.
Only not a lot of bend in his elbow when he throws his split finger fastball or fastball and slider. Straight over the top.
Bouncer to third. Headley's got it. One down. Take a look at the Honda upcoming schedule. Halos will travel after the game and go to Texas. They will have the off day in Texas tomorrow. Then a 3-game set July 4th weekend. 7:05 start on Friday, 8:05 start on Saturday, 6:05 start on Sunday. Then fly to Denver. Off day there, 2 in Colorado, then 4 against Seattle right before the All-Star break. Those are local time, Central time in Texas. 5, 6, and 4 Pacific times. Chris Sidnett takes a strike and it's 0-1. Chris 1 for 2. Just been told by the Angels, it's become official what everyone has been speculating late last night and most of the day today. Angels general manager did resign, Jerry DiPoto. And Bill Stoneman, the former GM, currently a senior advisor, will assume the GM responsibilities on an interim basis for the rest of the season. Matt Klintak, the assistant GM, and Scott Service, assistant GM for scouting and player development, will stay on as well. I'm sure the process will kind of bear itself out throughout the course of the season. You've got the draft just ended. You've got the July 31st non-waiver trade deadline that's coming up. So the core personnel, I guess, if you're going to make any moves in place. And then I'm sure the organization will reevaluate at the end of the season. Be sure to stick around for Angels Live post game because Mike Sochi, I think even John Carpino, team president, planning to address the media after the game before the Angels jump on the bus and head to the airport.
Certainly a lot of speculation and conversation earlier today before the game. The media members here.
by the way, the press release did not have any quotes from Jerry Dipoto. I've not heard from him, nor have I seen anything where he's commented on things. 3-2 now. Foul back. So we'll get to hear the official word, if you want to call it as such, on the postgame show. Three-two. This one pulled to third. Headley been busy as he knocks this one down. 2 outs.
He's got a lot of action at third base today, especially lately. Six ground balls hit his way today, and he was able to turn a double play on one of them,
including the last 3. They've been right at him. Efren Navarro steps in now. Two balls and no strikes. Efren 0 for 2. Double play ball in the third. A ground down in the fifth. Top of the order, Johnny Giavotella on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. Another lefty up in the pen for New York. Justin Wilson begins to loosen. Yankees in the 8th inning will have to share McCann and Jones due up. Fernando Salas coming back out. And the runner goes down swinging. The Angels go down in order. We'll head to the 8th. 2-0 New York.
trailing the Yankees 2-0. Patrick O'Neill here with you. Just to repeat what Victor Rojas was talking about, how the Angels have made it official that GM Jerry Dipoto has officially resigned and that Bill Stoneman will take over on an interim basis. Again, stick around for our Angels Live postgame show because Tim Salmon, Jose Mota will join us. And, you know, Tim was a player with the Angels when they won the World Series, of course, when Stoneman was the GM. Stoneman hired Mike Scioscia, so he will have some insight onto what he will bring this club, Jose Mota, as well. Again, Angels Live, Victor and Mark right after the game.
Thanks a lot, Patrick. Mark Teixeira to lead things off here in the 8th. Yankees up 2-0. Teixeira will look at a strike. Teixeira followed by McCann and then Jones. New York with a solo run in the 3rd, a solo run in the 6th. Dan Robertson stays in the game and left. He pinch hit for Matt Joyce. 0-2 count. Teixeira 0 for 2. A fly ball to left, a walk, and a ground ball to short.
He ran that fastball up and in on Teixeira. Teixeira's pretty good on a fastball that's up. You think that's more of a setup type pitch? Come back with a changeup now.
One, two. Off speed away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fernando got the last 2 outs in the 7th. Tidja Ramos ended up going 2/3 of an inning as Teixeira strikes out swinging to start the 8th. Fans, the Halos welcome the Boston Red Sox to the Big A. 4-game series beginning on July 17th at 7:05. It's the first series right after the All-Star break. Purchase your tickets at the stadium box office, or you can do so online.
Also going into the game today against Toronto, had won 3 in a row, playing a little bit better baseball.
Brian McCann 0 for 3. Ground ball, and that'll beat the shift. Just took what was given to him and flipped a single out to left field. And it'll bring up Garrett Jones.
It's a good piece of hitting. All speed pitch, went with the pitch.
Like Scioscia making his way out. Left-hand hitting Jones coming up. They'll go to Jose Alvarez, and it looks like they will. So you get another pitching change for the Angels here in the 8th with 1 out. Yankees leading at 2-0.
.55, 32 strikeouts in 33 innings. Opponent's batting average is .180 against Alvarez. 10 pitches on Friday. We're going to see if he can get a ground ball double play right away. Keep this one close, because now you're getting to that point of the bullpen for the Yankees with Betances. Very difficult to score against him.
Garrett Jones 1 for 3, homering in the 6th inning. 5th of the season, 14th RBI. Navarro playing behind McCann at first base. Bryant not a stolen base threat. And he's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Alvarez done a nice job for the Angels. At times can get a little out of sync as far as mechanics, and he's fallen behind here 3-0 now. Lefty's hitting 176 against the right. He's hitting 183. And a 4-pitch walk. Well, you can't do that coming out of the pen. The 2-0 game.
Now you're bringing up a hitter that's very hot against left-handed pitching. Chris Young.
Young tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Twice he's grounded out. In there. Takes down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Young's .356 batting average, now 7th in baseball against left-handed pitching. 2-1. Inside, 3-1 now.
We cannot afford to give up any more runs here. Thrown 8 pitches, only 1 in the strike zone so far.
That is lifted out to left field. Now it'll get down for a hit. McCann's going to be stopped at third as Robertson gets the baseball in. So Young gets a single and it loads him up. Oh, you're doing a hitter a favor when you can't throw strikes and you put yourself in a hitter's count, especially a guy as hot as Chris Young has been against left-handed pitching of late.
Yeah, you can just center in on one zone, and he got that pitch.
Yeah, there's Didi Gregorius. With 1 out, the bases loaded. Yankees as a team have hit .308 this season with the bases loaded, 4 grand slams. McCann at third, Jones at second, Young at first. This is flipped out to shallow center field. That will get down for a hit. McCann will come in to score. And it is 3-0. Second hit of the evening for Gregorius. Picks up his 17th RBI. So Alvarez has come in and has retired a man.
Just flared that into center field. Even with Trout playing shallow, couldn't run that one down.
Mentioned earlier, the Angels somewhat short-staffed. All the tight games of late. Figure that Houston Street, Joe Smith, and maybe even Trevor Gott unavailable. Smith and Street haven't pitched 4 straight games. Gott got warmed up yesterday after pitching in 3 straight. But did not come into the game, but those pitches count as well. They keep track of those in the pen. So still loaded. And here's Drew. A sac bunt, a fly ball to right, and a double off the wall and right. He lines this one to center. This is going to hang out for Trout. Going back to third to tag is Jones. Just stay right there. The throw comes in. 2 outs.
Well, hit well by Drew, but because Trout's playing more shallow in center, he's able to track that one down and prevent another run from scoring. Certainly credit Dino Ebel for that. He's convinced Mike Trout to play a little more shallow, and because he did that, he'll make the play on that one and prevent a run. And back out, signaling to the outfielders once again.
Gardner 1 for 3 with a single in the 5th. 11 hits for New York. Like Wilson will be coming on in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. That run scoring in the 8th inning gets charged to Salas. That was McCann scoring. One ball, 2 strikes. Gardner, the 5th batter that Alvarez has faced here in this 8th inning. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball, got him looking. Down goes Gardner. So he somehow limits the damage to just 1 run. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 New York.
They've won 9 of the last 10. They're tied at 0 in Atlanta after delay. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Justin Smoke had a big game. Toronto batting left-handed off Rick Porcello. Homers. Later in the game against Robbie Ross, batting from the right side. A mammoth home run for Smoke. He got to that top deck. The 2 home runs, part of a 5 home run effort by Toronto, but Justin Smoke homering from both sides of the plate.
Here at the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0 New York. Left-hander Justin Wilson comes on in relief of Shreve, who went an inning and 2/3. Retired all 5 batters, including a strikeout. 36th game for Wilson, 2-0 record, a 2.96 ERA. Last year with the Pirates, pitching 70 games. 5th round pick of the Bucks back in 08. Came over to New York in the Francisco Cervelli trade in the offseason.
Pretty firm fastball. 93 to 97. Cut fastball and the curveball.
Born right here in Anaheim. Grew up in Clovis. Went to Fresno State. Johnny Giavotella 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a ground out. One ball, 1 strike. One and 2. Matt Shoemaker allowed 2 runs in his 5 2/3. And again, the pitching, for the most part, it's done its job. It's been argued that Alvarez didn't pitch up to par in the 8th inning. The Angels have given away opportunities today. Was low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 0 for 6 with men in scoring position.
Yeah, you limit the Yankees to 3 runs through 8 innings. You feel pretty comfortable about having an opportunity to win the game. It's not the case. Wally made some quality pitches when he had to today, certainly with his breaking pitch.
2-2. That's in the 0 for 6. It is 0 for their last 24. Men in scoring position. That's their longest streak since June 17th through 20th, when they went 0 for 26. Going back to 1974, it's as far back as they can go. And most have been 0 for 31. They've done that twice in 92 and 02. 3-2. Chopper up to third base line. Headley comes in. Busy man today. Throws out Giavotella for the first out.
It's a wise decision by Headley to cut off that chopper off the plate area. So he lets that play one more bounce. There's no way he's throwing out Giavotella. So he charged it and a good firm throw to the first base.
Cole looks at a strike. 0 for 3 so far.
By the way, Carlos Carrasco lost a no-hitter in the 9th inning with 2 outs against Tampa. Had a perfect game into, I think it was the 8th inning, 7th, 8th inning. Had a no-no with 2 outs in the 9th. Louis Butler, a base hit. That's Carrasco.
2 balls and 1 strike. Right, here's something strange. The Marlins committed 3 errors and grounded into 5 double plays and 1. And a three-run walk-off against San Francisco, 6-5.
So they did everything possible not to win, but then won.
Cole takes a called strike 3. 2 down. Trout 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground down. He's also drawn a walk. One on the way. This was driven out toward right center field. Gardner's not going to get there. This one is gone. A big fly the opposite way for Mike Trout. And the Angels get on the board. It is 3-1 New York.
Ooh, that baseball has some carry go the other way for Trout. 21st home run. 44th RBI. 7th career home run against the Yankees. Fastball down inner half of the plate. As that approach, it'll hit the ball the other way, and it's a good carry out the right center field for a home run for Trout.
First home run Wilson's allowed this year.
Look how strong he is to be able to get his hands inside and then to barrel out and hit the ball the other way like Trout did.
That's going to be it for Wilson. A pitching change here in the 8th. 3-1 Yankees.
Three to one. The conversation in the dugout. Figured he got that fastball downstairs, figured it was a perfect pitch, but Trout, his hands inside it, then goes the other way and hits it out the opposite field for a home run, his 21st for Trout.
Dylan Betances comes into the ball game, 35th game this year, 4-1 record, a 1.17 ERA, 6 saves, getting those opportunities with Andrew Miller on the disabled list. Pujols will look at his strike. Betances has 9 outings this year that are more than 1 inning. He's certainly capable of finishing this one off for New York, and that's what I think Joe Girardi's hoping for.
He's a power fastball, 94 to 99, and a hard slider. There's a lot of sliders.
Albert 0 for 1 with a ground out and 2 walks. Chopper to third. Across the diamond goes the throw, and we will head to the ninth. The Angels do get on the board, courtesy of Trout's 21st of the year, but still trail us 3-1. Getting the Angels on the board with his 21st of the year, 44th RBI. Jose Alvarez back out on the mound. He'll face Headley, Rodriguez, and Teixeira here in the ninth in New York.
Headley's got to be exhausted from all the ground ball action he's had at third base.
And the big one really is Mark Teixeira in the 6th inning, digging that bad throw by Headley out of the dirt. And he pulls this one to left field. First pitch swinging. Robertson cuts it off. Headley's on board with a leadoff single. That's his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
He's got 3 hits while then throwing out 8 runners, ground balls his way.
Alex, a 1 for 4 game with a single in the first. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to left since. He will look at a strike. Just under the feet of Joe Espada, the third base coach. Ground ball toward the middle. Ibar has it. Feeds Giavatello for one. The reload back. Double play. First one turned by the Angels. 2 outs here in the ninth.
With the 3 of them last night. Double play turn.
Bases clear for Marcheshero. Halos in the bottom of the ninth have Ibar, Freeze, and Robertson due up to face Betances. Did not go. Down the left field line, Robertson toward the foul line, and he got it. Nice play by Daniel Robertson, running out of room. See if the Angels can figure out Dylan Betances. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth. It's 3-1 New York.
Another great play by an outfielder in this series.
Off here against Dylan Betances, who came in and got Pujols to ground out to finish off the 8th. Angels in jeopardy of seeing their 4-game win streak come to an end. Started the day 4 back of the Houston Astros, and Houston was down early to Kansas City. Now leads the Royals 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Texas ended up losing to Baltimore. So if this score holds, the Angels will maintain a 1-game lead over Texas going into that series on Friday. I'll take that back. They've got one more in Baltimore. So at best, the Angels would be a half game up. Like I said, worst. Half game, at best, a game and a half up. One down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ibar 0 for 3.
Boy, Baltimore's really turned it around themselves. They're in first place. It's tied. Tampa lost today, and Baltimore wins, so they're in first place. Very close division, though. Toronto in 4th, a game back. They won. Stay a game back.
Baltimore 2nd as Ibar lays off the breaking ball. 2nd in Major League Baseball in run differential in the month of June. They outscored the opposition by 46 runs. The Blue Jays topped Major League Baseball, outscored in June, this is, by 60 runs. The A's were third with 44, and then the Cardinals with 37. The Angels were outscored in the month of June by 8 runs, yet at a 14-13 record. Full count out.
Ball close to almost get him in the foot. Just missed it. Trying to get on base. And tying run to the plate.
David Freese on deck. And there's a leadoff walk, so the tying run will come to the plate. 17th walk issued by Betances in 38 plus innings.
Remember, he was wild in that game. He came in to get some work back in New York against the Angels. The Angels almost came all the way back down by what, 7 runs in the 9th inning.
Hadn't allowed an earned run on the season until that point. That was the first run he had allowed all year. What an 0. Freese 1 for 2 against Betances. Slider. 1 around. 1-1. Fouls this one off.
Firm fastball at 99.
His first downing for Betances since Saturday. That was against Houston. One-two. Ibar takes off. The throw down by McCann is not in time. A stolen base for Ibar. Oh, what a throw by Brian McCann.
Well, he has really picked up his throwing motion. He's been outstanding as far as the transfer. It's a breaking ball down and away in the dirt, and it is the perfect throw. How difficult that is and how quick the transfer and a perfect throw.
Stolen base number 6 for Eric.
Credits Henry Tuck, the bullpen coach, for helping him back that great throwing arm for McCann.
Full count, so back-to-back batters. Betances has gone to 3-2. Robertson on deck. Popped him up. May have been ball 4. Borderline pitch. There's the first down of the inning.
99-mile-an-hour fastball. Sometimes you don't have much time to react. If you think that's close enough to plate, you're going to have to protect and attack at it.
So Robertson comes up. 0 for 1. Pinch hit in the 7th and grounded out.
difficult to catch up to a 99-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs.
Oh, 2 now. Breaking ball down and away. Check swing, and he went around. 2 outs. Well, the Halos down to the last out.
His 63rd strikeout this year for Betances in his 39 innings pitched. See if he did indeed go. Yep, across the plate.
28 strikeouts now over his last 15 1/3.
That's getting the job done.
Yeah.
Gotta believe he's going to be on the All-Star team, you would think, for the American League.
All right, that'll 1 for 3. Single back in the 3rd. Two balls and no strikes. Reno now. And Navarro on deck. A 3-0 slider.
When you're throwing 99.
And just filthy, too.
Got a lot of the plate. Slider.
3-0.
3-1. And then it fouls it back, full count. Full count with 2 outs. Right out of the tying run at the plate. 3-2 pitch. United draws ball 4. Picks up the walk. And that'll bring up the ball representing the winning run.
A pinch runner, too, for Iannetta.
Taylor Featherston will come out. So they're going to go with C.J. Cron here instead. Righty versus righty.
So she's thinking in terms of hoping for a mistake out over the plate. C.J. Cron could knock it out of the ballpark for a walk-off home run. Rothschild go out quickly. And quick conversation with Betances.
Cron an even 200 batting average. Hit his 2nd home run off CC Sabathia a couple of nights ago. As a pinch hitter this year, he's 0 for 5. After Navarro finishes the game going 0 for 3. So Ibar at second, Featherston the pinch runner at first. Here's the first one. Breaking ball for strike one.
A get over breaking ball that was upstairs, a very hittable one.
Gardner very deep in center. Drew shading Chrome toward the middle to share off the line at first. Headley deep and toward the line at third base. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right, 0-2. Fastball at 98. Oh, 2. Slider missing upstairs.
Yeah, he overthrew that one. I'm trying to almost bounce that one. Ended up being up and out of the strike zone.
Only run on the board for the Angels, courtesy of Mike Trout, a home run, his 21st of the year. That was in the 8th of Justin Wilson. One-two now. Breaking ball got him, and the Yankees salvage the finale of this 3-game set. The final today, 3-1.
Well, you had your chance there in the 9th inning to go along with a couple other innings, especially you had bases loaded in the 6th, a couple runners on in the 5th. For the Yankees pitching today, Vivaldi very solid himself, and then the bullpen solid for the Yankees that they were able to salvage the final game of this 3-game series.
Halos will go into the off day with a streak of 0 for 27 with men in scoring position. A good homestand overall. They dropped the finale. 3-1 the final. Stick around. Angels Live post game coming up next.